Pumpkinhead Tobo was getting very tired of doing the same job every day. Sometimes he even thought he could no longer scare the crows. Every time he returned home, he would look at his grandfather's picture and wonder why he wasn't as scary as him. While herding sheep with his brother, a sudden idea came to him. If he wanted to be scarier and less bored with his job, he could go on a journey to make it happen. As he descended from the Butterfly Valley, he knew exactly who he needed to visit for this. He would find Bubu the Pumpkin, who was once the scariest pumpkin of all, and ask him how not to get bored. Around noon, he came across a parrot-like bird. The bird asked him how his journey was going. Tobo asked the bird about Bubu. All the bird knew was that he had to find the frog stream. First, he would need to cross the bridge. Sure enough, there was a frog by the bridge. The frog told him that if he was looking for Bubu, he would have to pass through some dangerous paths. First, he arrived at a graveyard full of flying fish. The fish here, like the frog, were speckled, but their spots were more colorful. The Valley of the Glowing Ghosts had frightened Tobo quite a bit. However, he knew that as long as he didn't make eye contact with them, the ghosts wouldn't harm him. A pink, patterned little pig kept him company for a while. In the Valley of the Pigs, where the sky was a dark shade, he traveled safely. At last his path crossed with that of a talkative tree. The tree knew where Bubu was, but it was certain that if he wanted to find him, he still had quite a long way to go. First, he passed by a house where dwarfs lived. Then he came across a sweet flamingo bathing in a pond. Later on, as it grew dark, he went to sleep. On his first journey the next morning, he was accompanied by 3 rabbits who had lost their way and were looking for their parents. One was unhappy, one was happy, and one was confused. When they found the rabbit's father, they all jumped for joy. Tobo chatted with the father rabbit for a while and learned from him how he should continue on his way. In the Cactus Valley, there were many bats, and Tobo really liked the whisper-like sounds they made. After passing the bats, he saw a gigantic octopus with its own pond, just like the flamingo. The octopus was cheerful and enjoyed playing with water. According to Father Rabbit, if he had come across the octopus, he must now be getting close to Bubu. Daisy Hill looked quite cool and peaceful. Tobo lingered there for a while, looking at the daisies and the clouds, thinking pleasant thoughts. Later, while descending a red path, a swarm of bees flew into his way. Tobo greeted them with joy and continued on his way. At last, he found Bubu's. Bubu had grown old, but he gladly answered Tobo's questions. He told him that the secret to the job was love. The more loving he was, the easier it would be to scare away the crows, and the happier he would return home. It was in fact very simple. When Tobo returned home, he was happier. What Bubu had told him had worked. Just as the old man had said, he was doing his job with love and scaring the crows more than ever. Tobo had understood. From now on, he would do everything with love.